Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. So today I bring you guys loot from 30 hours of massing, and specifically we are going to be focusing on Nex and Corp, but we'll also be doing some things in between. So starting things off, we are using the Nex FFA world, and outside of using the actual FFA world, I was live streaming this whole 30-hour session on twitch.tv/MrNoSleep. So there was a lot of people that were able to participate in the group Nex, as well as the group Corp, and if you're ever interested in the live streams, the link to that will be in the description below. But the main goal for today is to see if we can get any drops in our own name, since we are dry at Nex, and we really haven't seen a drop from Corp in a long time as well. So we're going to spend at least 15 hours at Nex to start things off, and then we're going to move on to Corp, see how long we last there. Now I know this might not be considered new content, but this is a new style of how to do this content, featuring just massing with everything in this 30-hour session. So with all of that being said, let's see what we're starting with. 2,310 Nex KC, and it really did not take long to see our very first drop in the mass, featuring Torva platelegs. Well, let's hope next time we see that it's in my name, you know. Hopefully we get the world today. I am ambitious, I am motivated, and I'm feeling a little bit lucky. But before we continue with this new style, and speaking of new content, let me tell you guys about the brand new mouse pads that Creator Crafted just released, featuring Duke, Zulrah, and my personal favorite, Jad. With the holiday season just around the corner, right now everything is marked down on the website, but make sure to place your order fast because last year popular items sold out in no time. Creator Crafted also has these new rune plushies. They're also available in home, teleport, or blood rune sets, and they're super soft and squishy, designed by Golden Gnome winner Witchcrafty. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and a site-wide deal, the real question is, what are you waiting for? Use discount code SLEEP, that is SLEEP, for an additional 10% off at checkout. And don't forget about these amazing LED signs as well. They have so much to offer. Check out the site now, and don't forget to use code SLEEP for an additional 10% off. And a huge thank you to Creator Crafted for sponsoring today's video. Alright, so those Torva platelegs, 246 million GP. That's not too bad. Because of leagues, a lot of the Torva pieces have gone down, but that won't discourage me from going for MVP every time. We are going to go for it and hopefully pull off a drop with the MVP attached to my name. But do keep in mind, you don't need to get MVP to get a drop. It just helps you out a little bit towards it. So it's not 100% required or necessary, but it is a good accomplishment to get MVP here. Of course, you know, comes with the deaths and the sacrifice. Deaths do happen at Nex, and you know what else happens at Nex? Elite Clue Scroll Gathering. We're going to be juggling all these clues from start to finish. I look forward to seeing if we get any luck with the caskets. But speaking of luck, we got another drop coming in just a couple dozen kills later, this time a Torva full helm. That is amazing to see. Still not in my name, but we'll get there. As it goes for one other thing that I want to mention that is going to happen in this video, outside of me hopefully getting a drop at Nex or even Corp, is 200 million hit points experience. That's right, we do have 200 mil range. We got that as of about 5-6 months ago, and this will be my second ever 200 mil. We're going to celebrate with a big drop party in my POH, and I look forward to showing you guys the compilation of that. But with all that being said, we are almost 100 kills in to the overall Nex grind. 2,400 KC, looking very clean, and we're still obtaining MVP, I would say every, 10 kills or so. We're not getting it consistently, but every 10 kills is certainly not too bad. I was using a Xeric crossbow and a Slayer helm. The Slayer helm was just so that I could avoid the coughing mechanic in this room. I just don't want to take damage and have my range level lowered, so I will sacrifice the extra DPS for the extra safety. I like to always bring thralls as well with the Arceus spellbook, and now we are about 50 more kills into the grind. And where is my drop? That's what I want to see. We're going to be getting something. And, well, we didn't get something, but we saw something. Yet again, Get Pets 12 receiving a Torva full helm. That is now the third drop that I've seen in the span of less than 150 kills, so that's not bad at all. And not to mention that, but just a few kills later, Torva platelegs from Inevitable End. It's inevitable that you will get a drop here eventually. It doesn't matter your combat level. It doesn't matter your DPS. Well, the DPS does kind of matter. But either way, it's another nice thing to accomplish combat achievements here. here. So, you know, there's always a reason to try out group next FFA. Even if you want to do small team next, this will give you a good indication of like what you can expect, although it is much different. But, you know, the fight still stays relatively the same, even in a small setting. And so many of my friends chat and clan chat members joined this mass. I'm going to give a special shout out to Lumo. He was consistently getting MVP, really kind of challenging me there, and it was just motivating me to pay more attention. But 2,500 kill count so far, another elite clue scroll, and a special shout out to Super Texan, the TOB legend himself, for 10 million of earth, fire, air, and water runes. I'll certainly take it. Another elite clue scroll coming in. It's like we're getting an elite every 10 kills, not even wearing a ring of wealth, so I will happily take it. Went with the light bearer for this one, just for more spec. Here's the drop tab. Decent drops as it goes for like the runite ore and the onyx bolts, the dragon bolts unfinished, but other than that, not really going to make too much money here unless we get a drop. And ladies and gentlemen, we got Torva platelegs coming in. New collection log. My second ever drop at next. We got Xeric Vambraces 1,500 kills ago, and all these hours, all these mass kills later, we have hit for the very first time, and hopefully not the last, Torva platelegs. Wow, a big shout out to everyone in the mass world who helped make that happen. We did go for the back-to-back kill, but nothing there. Putting that in the bank though and looking at the collection log, 3 out of 8, really looking at 2 out of 8 because we don't really count the shards. 2,533 next KC. Guys, I could not be happier. 230 mil just like that. And while prices have gone down, that's still a ton of money, and it could have been worse. It could have been an ancient god sword. It could have been a duplicate Xeric Vambrace. That would have been tragic. But as you can see, the loot tab is looking beautiful right now. Obviously, we don't include the amount of runes that Super Texan gave us, my friend there. But nevertheless, another drop, gentlemen. TD Shiznit receiving Torva platelegs. There you go. You know, I know what that's like. Yeah, you know, you're not always going to get lucky here. I've heard horror stories, you know. I've heard 5,000 kills dry. I've heard months dry here, even in a mass setting. But it is simple, and I love simplicity, especially when it comes to next. But I won't let that discourage me from trying out small teams in the near future, because I would certainly love to see the difference. And wow, just imagining a drop every couple hours, maybe with a split involved, because it wouldn't be FFA. I think I would make some serious GP. So I'm looking forward to that, and I hope you guys are too. Okay, well, that's about 300 next kills. Let's go ahead and do these elite clues, and I think we'll call it for now as it goes for massing next. We're going to go on to the next adventure, but let's go ahead and open up these elites. And we also did a hard clue as well, so we're going to open up everything. 5 elites and 1 hard. Well, we got an obsidian ornament kit. I'll take that. 184k. Let's go ahead and go in for the elite. 139k. This is the 600th one overall. 385k following that. A master clue and what looked like a third age longsword, but not quite. 447k, we will take that. And ironically, we actually got a mimic from the next elite, so we did that real quick. Would have received other master clues, so I probably should have done that. But yeah, the overall master loot wasn't that great. 169k from that, and all of the elites, you know, maybe about an extra mil or so. But I love doing elite clues, and maybe we'll get some better luck next time. Can't really complain too much about my luck so far this video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have 100k experience left until 200 mil hit points. As you can see, we are starting the Corp mass. The method that I went with was full Torva, as well as the Ultor ring and Void Waker specking. You know, back when I ran these masses, these kills took, you know, not a long time, but certainly probably triple the length that they do now compared to the mass that I ran for this live stream. And it was just crazy to see, because the Void Waker is so powerful that most people would just spec it twice and then it would instantly die. Maybe you'd get 3 hits off if you're lucky. And speaking of lucky, you really never know where your luck lies in OSRS. As you can see, guys, I got super lucky at next today. It took a long time, but at Corp, one thing that you only could hope to dream of is the Elysian Sigil. IBRB received it in our mass in the very first 20 minutes. Elysian Sigil. That is just next level. The fact that there was no split here and this man just got a 650 mil plus drop, I mean, wow. And not to mention a few kills after that, this guy, Felston, received Jar of Spirits, which, you know, certainly not as cool as an Elysian, but nevertheless, what a lucky world choice, and what an incredible start to this mass. I really do wonder if we're going to see any Spectral or Arcane. Maybe we'll complete the whole collection log, just visually, of course, by doing this mass. It was so much fun. We definitely ran into a lot of Holy Elixirs, as well as Onyx Bolt Tips Enchanted, and really the only other notable drop outside of that would be 2,000 Cannonballs, and of course the untradeable, the Pet Dark Core Gold Law Ox, doing 164 DPS, and I do believe he was less than 100 kill count here, flipping out as you can see. Good for him, receiving watermelon seeds and the pet at 66 KC. Oh man, there was a lot of luck in this live stream. And again, guys, if you ever want to do masses, I run them pretty regularly. We do have Twisted League coming up, and I will be a part of that, so that'll be my first ever time trying it. I know I'll at least do one video, and if you guys seem to enjoy it, I'll keep doing it for quite a while. But as it goes for the main game, I'm always going to be running masses every Friday and every Saturday, so please don't hesitate. We're going to have a lot of fun, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the coolest accomplishments in my RuneScape life. I did have a little bit of zeal left from Soul Wars and a little bit of points left from Pest Control, so I spent what I had on HP XP, and then I did a few more Corp kills, and here we are accomplishing something in front of the community, with the community, side by side, hearts up in the chat. And as well as that, we got a genie 5 minutes before this happened, which was a blessing in disguise, because I did not have a combat ring, which is how I wanted to get 200 mil HP, by throwing an ice barrage at everybody, but the genie really came in clutch. So with all of that being said, we did receive 200 mil HP at 8 p.m. EST on the 16th of November. And this is pretty big for me, man, because when I got 200 mil range, I celebrated that alone at Saradome and God Wars, and I was in such a different place at that time. And now I'm back with the community after so many years of just nothing, you know, so many years of just keeping that private chat off, that friends chat off, seeming as if I was avoiding the world. And to be back so strong, to be back in this way, it just means the world. So I did want to celebrate with a generous drop party, and not even to really mention the giveaway aspect of my stream, because I don't advertise giveaways. I don't really even give away that much GP, but I wasn't the only one to give away GP on this stream. Someone actually traded me 2 billion GP worth of Elysian Spirit Shields, and I ended up giving away 100 mil to, I think, 20 different people, and then another friend of mine gave 500 mil. So it was just so much fun, this 30-hour live stream. Here we are doing a simple mass of Castle Wars, which wasn't as fun as I thought it would be, I guess because I just died so much that it was so competitive. When you infiltrate the OG Castle Wars players, they don't take it lightly. So we did a few games of that, and then we did move on to Soul Wars, which I definitely preferred over Castle Wars. It just looks more modern, and I really hope they update Castle Wars, because I feel like it's got so much potential, you know, like Capture the Flag. It's so iconic and nostalgic, but I think they could definitely do more with it. Soul Wars, other than the huge botting problem here, I would say it's awesome. Yeah, definitely a very unique minigame and very rewarding with the pet as well as XP, and so I had a lot of fun here. And this is just a quick little compilation of all of the giveaways. We did 40 mils, 100 mils, so many other things. Last night on stream, just doing a simple 8-hour, we were doing giveaways. Some good friend of mine actually gave away an Arcane. So again, not trying to promote giveaways, because I mean, gosh, most of the time they never happen, but what can I say? The generosity was so strong in the last week. So a big thank you to DGK, and a big thank you to Josh for providing so much GP for these giveaways. Definitely made a lot of people smile, including myself. And yeah, this was just such a memorable stream. I was literally trading people for over an hour and a half, doing Twitch rolls. You know, it's easier said than done, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I cannot thank you guys enough for being a part of it. The largest win, I think, was 300 mil cash. It had been like an hour and a half, and I told everyone that, hey, I just need to go back to the content, you know, we got a video to make, and so we just kind of rushed it, and there's 300 mil to Blash 10. So yeah, well done. That fire making cape's looking better than ever. And I do want to give a big shout out to Farmer for obtaining 100,000 Kriara kill count, and also chipping in 150 mil worth of Armadillo items to give away to the community. So what a huge accomplishment. If you guys didn't see that on Reddit, just a huge congratulations to him. him. The man did 100,000 Armadillo kills, and I don't think any of us are ever going to be able to say that. So yeah, well done. And we wanted to conclude this 30-hour amazing live stream with my first ever hosted and my first ever participation in a Chambers of Xeric's mass. Now, doing this on my gaming laptop, I lagged a lot. I probably should have turned Entity Hider on. For those who are also curious, I should have my Ironside PC back with me in the state that I'm in now, Florida, in about 2.5 weeks from now. So that's why the microphone sounds a little bit different. That's why the stream and the videos look a little bit different. And for those of you wondering, where is my Iron Man? I can't play on 2 accounts on this small little monitor. So just give me 2 more weeks and we should have it back. Again, apologies for the difference of quality and quantity of videos, but the live streams luckily sound good. I just haven't quite figured out why my voice doesn't sound like it did with my PC. So trial and error, I suppose, for now. But yeah, just 2.5 more weeks. We'll have that computer back. We'll have the Iron Man series Barrows to Best in Slot being ran yet again. We're going to be diving into Twisted League as well for the very first time. So we have a lot of potential and a lot of things coming up for the remainder of this month and especially the start of next month. So stay tuned for that. And a big thank you to everyone who participated in the Chambers of Xeric's raid mass. We only ended up doing 2, and then I realized how horrible I was and I went back to Corp. So a lot of deaths, not a whole lot of points, and yeah, just a cluster. So I think there was like 35 to 45 people in that mass. So with all that being said though, 30 hours has been completed. The only thing I can really say about the sleep deprivation side of things is I did struggle from hour 18 to 21, and then I took a shower that was about 10 minutes, and I felt perfect for the remainder of the stream. I don't drink caffeine during these live streams for the most part. I just do nicotine. Yeah, I mean, that's not proud of that, but I never did nicotine for my previous long streams, especially the 100-hour, so it's just kind of a hobby now. But either way, 249 mil made from this video alone. I did give away roughly 400 mil, so we are at a net loss for this video, but you gotta have a drop party at 200 mil anything, even cooking. So it was so much fun. Thank you to everyone for participating in the masses. Thank you to you guys for watching the video, and a huge thank you to the YouTube channel members with a special shout out to xXzoticx, DeceptionZ, DaeDogGaming, and iRockZ. Make sure to check out Creator Crafted in the description below with code SLEEP. You get 10% off everything on the site. And with that being said, I'll see you next time. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. No Sleep out.